Whoa, what's all this cool? Oh, hey Todd, how are you?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello. So, can you tell us where we're at right now?
Where are we? That's a great question. We are in the future home of the first Gods and Monsters, our store that we're opening in June.
Awesome, and it's in the Argonne Marketplace.
It is. It's Orlando International Drive, 5250 International. But yeah, we're in the Argonne Marketplace. We're going to be one of their, I think, second-tier anchors. But yeah, June 13th is our big grand opening. So very exciting. Yes, very frustrating, but very exciting. Yes.
So, Gods and Monsters, can you give me a little bit of a background of where that concept came from?
Sure. Anna, my partner, who you'll probably talk to before the end of this, and myself have been in the retail genre game forever. I helped run Acme Superstore in Longwood for almost 15 years. She's done her part in the local art community, running galleries, for just as long. But yeah, it was weird. We kind of both got out of our current jobs at the same time and saw the potential for a team up. Just like in the comics. Wonder Twin powers activate and all that. So yeah, she saw the potential in what I could bring to the table, and I saw the same. And in what I bring, and we decided to join forces and try something a little different than what a lot of places are currently bringing to market. Just a I don't know, a classier version of the current comic book store model.
Got you. And it's an absolutely enormous space.
It's disgusting. If you want, you can do a quick pan for your audience. Check this out.
This is insane.
Nearly 20,000 square foot space. I'm going to describe a little bit about some of the components that are going to be involved. But yeah, it's an enormous amount of space. We were originally looking at something much, much smaller and frankly more manageable. Something around, maybe 7,000 square foot. And this awesome space kind of fell into our lap at a great deal. And we couldn't pass it up. It was too good to not take the shot. It's obviously the overhead is a little bit higher, but I really think that the way we're approaching it with 4 separate business models under one roof, I think it can work. So that's what we're trying to do,
That's really good, and I know that you've got a really interesting community component with this as well.
I think with a place like us and what we're about, it's all about community. I really think that. I think that, especially in the last several years, we've seen a huge upswing and upsurgence in the nerd community being a little more comfortable with itself.
Right.
With it being such a staple on TV programming and movies. Comic books are cool. Suddenly, the downtrodden, because I'm 42, and when I was in elementary school, it was decidedly uncool to be into comics and toys and all that stuff. We hadn't really found our sea legs yet. But I don't know, something happened in the last 20 years or so that really kind of galvanized the nerd community and brought us kind of together. Like we, in our numbers, we are stronger.
The day of reckoning is here.
It's real. I mean, it's like they say the nerd or the geek shall inherit the earth.
There you go.
So and here we are. We see a potential to bring a community together, and hopefully that translates to prosperity. I think that we can, and it's kind of symbiotic. We can bring them something, and they can keep us afloat to keep giving them things.
Yeah.
So I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful with this place.
Well, you're off to a great start.
Thank you. It's been nothing but constant frustration. We were set to open back in November, but every kind of possible permitting issue or stumbling block, everything that could possibly get Murphy's Law.
Absolutely.
Every possible thing that could go wrong seemed to go wrong. And what's the Nietzsche quote? Everything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yes.
So, I am so powerful right now.
Smash!
So seriously, it's really we have been shaped on the anvil of pain, and come June, I think we'll be I think we're going to be in a good position to present something really cool to you guys. Hopefully,
Yeah.
even if it's just the first version of it. I think you guys will see what we're trying to do, and hopefully maybe come in and grow with us. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what better place to start than at the beginning? We are actually at the front doors right now.
Entrance. We have our friend Earl Funk. Say hi, Earl.
Hello.
Hi there.
That's Earl. Earl's the first contributor to our marble mural. It's going to span the entire 100-foot stretch across the top.
Wow.
He's been working on it all week, and he's currently working on one of my favorites, MODOK. He's going to have this finished, I guess, before the end of the week or so. Or that's the goal, anyway.
Right. Orlando legend.
Sure I am.
Yeah, I've seen your work around town. You do amazing stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
We only work with the best. And
Oh, of course. There you go.
Short list, and Earl's on it. Earl is the list. So over here is what will be our Arkham Asylum themed register areas. We're retheming all this with brickwork and like security cameras to make it look as though it's an installation within Arkham Asylum. With the hope is to have cell doors in the back with interactive theming, so customers are greeted by the inmates. It's gonna be cool.
That's neat.
Leading into our retail area, like most of this area here is gonna be for your toys, your statues, all of your hot toys and your sideshow, your Kotobukiya, all of the toys that I'm trying to get the stuff that not every place locally carries to kind of be that kind of destination
of course.
for the higher end stuff, to showcase that stuff with an eye towards respect that I think that product deserves.
Mm-hmm.
You see even a lot of the local stores, great guys all, don't really have the ability to showcase the stuff I think the way it should be, because a lot of this stuff is art. It's just straight up. If you see some of the 12-inch stuff that's coming out of Japan, it's like a whole other level of art that I think is kind of getting just kind of left by the wayside. And this gives people an opportunity to see it in good lighting. This will not be the lighting. In good lighting, properly displayed, and the added bonus is you can take that stuff home with you. That can be in your home. So we've got over here, this will be our new comic section, new comics across here, trade paperbacks, kids section here, appropriately themed up top with our Gotham style. We'll have as wide a selection as I can muster of trade paperbacks. We've got these really awesome like pillar displays for the trade paperbacks that'll be here. Let's see, what else? Leading over into
the bar.
Yeah, all this will be, we'll have lit showcases, we'll have kiosks with different kinds of toys and things for people to peruse. It's going to be a lot of fun. Themed pillars, all these pillars will be individually themed. And that leads us over to what will be the Off-World Lounge. The Off-World Lounge is going to be our themed concession area. Over time, we're going to work in a themed noodle bar. It's going to be themed after the Ridley Scott film Blade Runner. At the beginning of the film, he's getting noodles at the White Dragon Noodle Bar. So we're trying to theme it as closely to that as we can. Our own little spin on it. We'll have a DJ booth that doubles as our AV section over here that can control the lights and the sound throughout. Themed booths over here. 3 on this side that are sci-fi themed. 3 on the other side that will be fantasy themed, with a stage area in the middle and projection on the walls. Over here, we're going to have more table seating for the people from the concession area. So you'll have tables here and then handicap seating in the middle. This entire strip down through here is going to be for tournament play for your tables. So like Magic the Gathering, your board games, your tabletop. Hero clicks, things like that. All that stuff will take place here, leading into our fantasy themed gaming retail area.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you'll be able to get all your newest cards and dice and supplements for all your gaming. We're going to have a pretty explosive apparel section right here. Not a whole lot of places I find really put a lot of money or floor space into an apparel section. And I think people need clothes. I'm a big fan. So you'll be able to get all of your logo tees and your Superman shirts, your Batman shirts, all here. Your hats, all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to get right here in one place.
I'm a big fan of pajamas myself.
If you know what, they actually there's a company that we're working with that actually does pajama tops.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So don't be surprised if you see themed socks, themed jammies, all that stuff will be here under one roof for you guys.
I want a onesie with a hoodie.
I want you to have a onesie with a hoodie.
Awesome.
We were able to negotiate for an outside entrance. When we first got into the space, that was going to be it. That was going to be our only way in or out, and that would have expected us to conform to mall hours.
Right.
Now, with the addition of an outside entrance, a separate outside entrance, we can do our midnight openings. We can stay open late. Once our concession area that I showed you earlier, come January, February, is ready for beer and wine, we'll be able to do later night events. We're very excited about that. But this will be a separate other register area here. These two rooms are going to be over time themed out as VIP rooms. You're going to have a fantasy themed one to go with the fantasy section, and a sci-fi theme to kind of go with our mural up there. We're hoping to have a TARDIS, a full-size TARDIS built in here that you walk in through. And,
Oh, how great.
yeah, it's going to be kind of cool. Now our last little area over here is the Metropolitan Gallery. Named, of course, after Metropolitan, the Warren Ellis magnum opus from a few years back. Warren, actually, one of our co-owners, as well as Neil Gaiman, who wrote Sandman. They're both co-owners in this project. But the Metropolitan Gallery is going to be a raised area that showcases local and international artists. We're going to try to focus a lot on local people, giving locals a lot of exposure that they probably wouldn't have otherwise. Like for instance, Earl. Earl's work is going to be up there for a good long time, and is going to feature to a lot of people. Like everybody that comes in this door can't help but look at that moda. You know what I mean? So we're big on local community. Again, it's about giving those guys kind of a light on their stuff that they wouldn't normally get.
We love that.
Yeah, So I don't know, a lot of little pieces coming together to make something bigger. I think, a lot of, in our numbers we are stronger. So yeah, I think it can work. I think we can give you guys something that maybe you haven't seen before. So that's the place. That's kind of the joint. This is the deal.
Well, this is awesome. It's huge. Anybody can come. You don't have to just be a comic book person. You don't have to be of that persuasion.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, of course.
But what's cool about that is if you haven't, like if you've never picked up a comic in your life, we're going to make sure, if we have to just give it to you, that you're going to leave with a comic book in your hand. And like the plan is for everybody to get comics on the way out. Like I want every day to be like Free Comic Book Day here, where I'm just, because it's not, I have to explain this to a lot of people, is it's not always about the money. It's
Right.
not always about taking home a paycheck. It's about sharing this. It's about opening up people that maybe haven't been exposed to this, or don't know the joy of opening a comic book, or just don't get it. I want them to get it. And our mission in all of this is to turn people on to comics and toys and just show off this, just say, look what we've been into this whole time. Look what you've been missing. Come. Let me show you this cool thing. Oh my God, I can't believe they did this.
Join us.
Join us, exactly. It's, I don't know, it's a good feeling. I'm excited. And it's weird because I'm just as excited for you guys. Because I'm knee deep in it. My people are knee deep in this. You guys will get to come in and experience it, and actually get to come and sit down and hang out and experience it from a whole perspective that I'll never be privy to. So I'm just as excited for you guys. You know what I mean? So awesome for you, I guess.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
It's awesome for you.
Well, there's going to be a lot to experience, especially with the grand open. Are there any sort of secrets you could tell us, maybe?
Well, I know that we've got a lot of people coming out of the woodwork for the 13th, for our big grand opening on the 13th. We've got people that are coming out to do the silk thing, the silk thing. What is it? Aerialists. Yes.
Okay.
We've got a group called Phantasmagoria that's coming out and doing a big themed show that day.
Oh, good.
We've got tons of cosplayers coming out, not only like locals, but we've got a few recognizable like cosplay. I guess cosplay celebrity is a thing. A few that, like, between the three of them, they had like over 1 million followers on Facebook, which is pretty cool. So they're going to be here, I think, signing and taking pictures and doing all that. We've got guys locally that are. There's a guy called John Serabino who runs Moderately Okay Cosplay here locally. He's unveiling his new costume build, and I'm very excited about it because I know what it is, but I want it to be a surprise for you guys.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. No spoilers, but it's awesome. But yeah, we've got a bunch of different artists coming out. I know that James Hance from the Relentlessly Cheerful artwork of James Hance on Facebook is donating a lot of prints for us to give out. It's just really humbling to see all these people kind of coming together and just kind of just make your thing happen. I think because they see that in the end it's only going to benefit everybody, especially if you're an artist or a builder or somebody that wants their stuff to be in front of an audience. I think that this is going to be kind of the place to see and be seen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over time, and I think that they recognize that. And so any help that they give now is only going to be reciprocated tenfold later on. As we grow, so our visibility grows, so their exposure can.
There you go.
I don't know, I think it can be really cool. That Modoc is really coming together soon. It's so cool. He's got the creepy dead eye. I love it.
Well, thank you so much, Todd, for giving us a tour. We appreciate it, and we'll make sure that everybody knows about it. Not that they don't already.
Right.
But
that's 40 grand in early marketing.
Hey.
No, Jen, thank you so much for coming out and talking to me.
Of course.
Showing all this off.
Of course.
Yeah.